New year, new numbers. We still got the same mix. We've got a new Alex trailer. We've got possibly a very unique guest appearance in City of the Wolves. And we've got also another character trailer that has just dropped. Welcome to Double Tap. This is Mash Those Buttons podcast dedicated to the FGC. I'm, of course, your host, Crash. And with me, I've got my player 2 and my player 3 for another year of coverage of everything in the fighting game community. I've got Static Gorilla in the building.
What's up? Am I player 2 or 3? You kind of set yourself up for failure there.
Yeah, I'll let you guys flip for that one.
Okay.
And we got Meza as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely player 3. Like 100%.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, sometimes I want to tag in, sometimes I don't.
That boy's the anchor.
But I also watch. I
like
to watch.
Oh.
I like to see what's going on.
Whoa, pause. Anyway,
hey.
Yo. But guys, welcome. This is episode 420.
Stop it.
Wait, hold on. Let me get up for a second and go,
420. But it's also the first episode of 2026. Like I said, new year, new combos, new games. But it's still the same mix. We're back at it. I am very, very excited because we're coming in strong with a lot of new stuff that's coming as well. So I hope you guys are also excited as well. Hope you guys had a good holiday, had a good end of the year. Because we're going to be starting off just hitting the ground running this year with the amount of content that we're getting, tournaments that are coming up, which some people in this podcast may or may not be going to, and plenty of shit to talk about. Our favorite thing, fighting games. So let's get right into it. Let's jump into, New Year. So we got some new tournaments, new circuit. Well, kind of the circuit kind of technically already started, but with the new year, it always feels like a refresh. The first tournament coming up right now is Frosty Faustings 2026. And you guys, are you both going? I actually couldn't remember if it's both of y'all. Okay, you go.
I convinced him to go.
Nice.
Don't give me that look. Yes, you did. Yes, I did.
That convinced me to go. I just never been to one.
Hey, Gabe, you should definitely come to Frosty Faustings. Yeah, I've been thinking about it. Yo, dude, I have a room and I have availability
Bring
now.
up the script. Go ahead.
Yeah, all right. We go do that real quick. You'd be like, oh, yeah, you're right.
So Frosty Faustings, another Midwest tournament in the same state of Illinois. Usually, you're either going to Combo Breaker or Frosty, or rather, you know those two mainly. Static has historically been, I guess, just a Combo Breaker contestant, really, in the past. But Frosty Faustings is also more of like, it's geared towards more anime style fighting games, though they still run the gamut of games as well. Like they're not opposed to the other mainstream games. You will see Street Fighter, you will see Mortal Kombat, you will see Virtual Fighter, you'll see those. But the majority of like anime air dashing games, if that is your itch, they're there to scratch. It pays, you have to pay a little extra.
I think it's kind of like how you look at Capcom, like Capcom Pro Tour. It's like, it's going to be Street Fighter or anything like that. It's just Street Fighters at the end.
Anything Capcom related. Yeah, exactly.
But for this is like Guilty Gear is the staple. That's the anime.
Historically,
it wasn't.
Guilty Gear has been the staple.
It was. It's always been. No, it still is. It still is.
I mean, in the top. It's still made it on the top, but it is not the top this year. We'll get into that.
It's not, but it's probably going to be still the last game that's run. Because on their schedule.
On
their schedule.
Maybe.
Well, on Friday, on Friday, it's all Guilty Gear Accent Core Plus.
Nice.
Yeah.
Some plus R. But yeah, that's actually happening at the end of this month. That's rather than 2 weeks, January 29th to the 1st, out there in Lombard, Illinois. And the numbers are insane. They haven't done official like putting out numbers. They have stated like what games are just like, the top, most entries all the way to the bottom. I think it's something like it's 37 games. They're running 37 tournaments, which is insane. Some of them are crossover, right? You got some team tournaments, some non-team tournaments. But yeah, you can't actually like see the actual numbers itself from their tweet. But if you go to start.gg and you actually just start sniffing around, even though you can't look at the attendees themselves, you can still take a look at the events. And in the events, I don't know if this is something Start Judge just has never like fixed, or maybe it's a setting they didn't turn on. You can actually see the first 3 names for a certain event, and then you'll see the plus however many number more. That's how many attendees are there. You can take a peek at it. A lot of really good numbers, but I mean, really the top 3 that we're looking at right now are some of the usual suspects. So you've got in 3rd place, we have Street Fighter 6. Right before that is actually Tekken 8 with about like 337 people. Street Fighter 6, it makes a bit of a jump. Actually, sorry, Grand Blue is fourth. Sorry, Grand Blue is fourth over that. It actually has 370 something. Still a pretty hefty jump into Street Fighter 6 with about 609 players. There's actually already some Japanese players I'm already seeing here, like Nemo and such, making their way through. Second place being Guilty Gear Strive. It is an ARC World Tour qualifier. A lot of names are coming through there. That's about 620. And then it makes another kind of a jump to what is why this tournament is kind of like has a lot of eyes on it right now, even though it is still historically a great tournament. 2XKO. This is the first major tournament in what is season 1, because that's happening, that's releasing later this month on January 20th. And it's going to be the newest one on console, which is good because historically fighting games have always been on console. It's kind of been why the tournament scene has been like, not hit or miss. It's just like if you can support on PC, cool. We've seen tournaments already do that, but it's not as many. But now with the console version coming on the 20th, and with Caitlyn coming with it, and with a bunch of patches and such coming along as well, buffs and nerfs, which we'll get into later. Yeah, a lot of people have come through. This is hitting at about 799, and funny enough, if you look at it right now, of the first 3 names I see here, Alvin Shadow, Hero Awesome, and Static Gorilla is what's on my screen.
Who that?
Yeah, no lie, I see it right there. It's pretty sick, actually.
Crazy.
But yeah, so 2XKO making big waves in his first actual tournament. This is singles and duos, so this is a mixed mode tournament, which I am ecstatic for. I think from the very beginning I've been like, yo, it needs to be this way.
Yeah.
I don't want a duos only. I don't want a singles only. They've already, worked on, Riot's already kind of worked on kind of pushing the duo side of it, which is like, hey, there's a bounty if you make a certain top percentage, you get a little extra cash in your pocket. If you win, there's an additional pop bonus that goes with it. Like, sick, emphasize you and the homie to play. Sonic Fox has been already on Twitter talking how he's been secretly training as a duo with, I did not know who the other player was, and stating this stuff is broken.
Yeah,
Sonic Fox, multi-Evo winning, kind of knows his stuff, but like, I feel sometimes he overplays the word broken.
No, he's not wrong. There is absolutely some shit you can do.
There's definitely benefits.
Yeah, there's stuff that Diphone's gone over it. There's and they've found even more over the course of time. It's just easier, and there's like a less amount of stress. And as long as you've played long enough with each other, you can stop giving cues. That's the thing. They have certain points where if I do this, you will always know you're going to do this, and vice versa. So like there is this like team orientation without having to communicate, which I do hope that they eventually in the future allow for communication amongst each other. I think that's what makes 2v2 fun.
I was gonna say, I think that should be a thing. To be honest, the more I think about it, because if you look at it, other Riot games, professionally, League of Legends, Valorant, and stuff, right? You got team comms. They're constantly talking to each other. They have to sync up. If you're gonna pitch that this is now a duo, team-based mechanic that you should have in tournaments, and it should be supported. I think there should be a standard in the future where you could just wear headsets and you've got your mix, right? Like you can control your audio like with the game, but like you should be able to then communicate with each other. Obviously, your opponent shouldn't be able to hear each other. Hear you guys, but you should be able to communicate like, yo, I'm jumping, or like, hey, call in right now, like burst. Like it's fun because like, if your opponent, we're getting into some like competitive integrity like areas here as to how that can be designed. Can opponents hear you? Is there enough noise cancellation? This, that, and the other, and then the tech that you need to then build that right on stage. Yep. There's like all these little nuances. But I'm actually, that's like right next to me. I don't know if that needs to get implemented right now because it's still so early. But I want to say by like year 2, if there's a standard, or maybe even by Evo, if there's a standard, they should try to introduce it around then. It's kind of, the thing that sucks is it might complicate things a little bit in other tournaments that maybe don't have the same resources. But if they can, you got to wait till you try something, and then people are going to try to replicate it, maybe not with the same resources, maybe less, or maybe attack it in a different way. I think it would be pretty sick if they did.
Yeah, I think we've kind of come to this point where it is a standard. It has to be there. If it's not there, I mean, they're obviously besides throwing money, I'm okay with 2v2 tournaments on the side. Fine, make those special tournaments like they're doing. But I don't want that to be the staple because I personally don't like playing with people on like as a 2v2. It's fun, but it's fun. That's it for me. So no, I like where the game's going. I like how they're doing it. I like how there's sometimes splitting those two to be two special tournaments where I don't care if you make money in that. That's up to you guys. That's a choice. But if I play my solos,
it's good that you're getting rewarded.
Yeah, I want to fight everybody.
It's good that you drag, because remember, man, if it's a duo at a tournament, that's twice the disappointment and twice the silentness in the car ride home when you're like, because they're like, hey, listen, this could destroy friendships. The least we could do is throw a couple dollars.
It's like, did you fuck up?
The least we can do, dog. Exactly, like son, like the drama that'll come up. But yeah, the least they could do is throw a couple dollars in their way and be like, okay, if you made it this far, you could buy your homie that, clearly bursted wrong some dinner later, and then explain to him, this isn't working out, and then, break up. Then this gets crazy afterwards.
As a side note, because I forgot, like you said, there was a ton that they were doing like 51 tournaments or whatever amount of tournaments, 37.
Yeah.
That's actually not true. It's actually not true. Well, if we're talking about what's main tournament on stage 24/7, yes. But if we're talking about what also is getting played there's an extra like 40 plus games.
Vortex.
In the Vortex Gallery. So they have like almost like they've always had every year. And I think they're like up to almost 100 games. Almost. It's like I think we're at like insane. 80. And there's a lot of like if people seen Diaphone playing like the new Pokemon close combat game, that shit's there. Like obviously some other cool games are there, and some returning old games. Like I'm like, man, I'm gonna just sign up for like Kamen Rider Super Climax Heroes.
Go for it.
Yeah, like
hell yeah.
And I say that because it's like if you couldn't get into the mystery game tournament, this is probably your next best choice for a mystery game tournament. That's not mystery game, it's just like random games. So like I say people should do it.
I've entered twice in the mystery game. The one is in 2019, and then the next time was last year. I'm tired of it. Yeah, because they pick something like entirely obscure, where it's like, is this even a fighting game, or is this just 1v1? I don't know. Even though I got third at the first attack one.
Yeah, you got third last time you did this. Come on, man. Yeah. You literally saw your hands turn into dust as you were explaining to the youngster how to accelerate.
Yes, that was my highlight. But anyway, yeah, I digress. I don't know, man. I just like puzzle games and whatever. It's nonsense.
Hey, it's all about competition at the end of the day. That's all we're all about.
Sure.
But yeah, I think sometimes maybe some guardrails. So Frosty Faustings isn't the only tournament we're talking about here. There were just actually some numbers that were posted up from Evo Japan. Evo Japan 2026, that is also happening
May 1st.
It's May? Yeah, I'm about to say it's definitely later in the year, but it's like they just decided to post up about their numbers. So happening May 1st to the 3rd, Tokyo, big site. You still got early bird, ends in 5 days, 10 hours, 42 minutes, and 40 seconds. So if you haven't registered already, make sure to do that. But they are coming in hot. They aren't really, they're not hiding any numbers. Right now, that is running at a total of 3615 Big O attendances. We are running, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 different games. But don't let those games fool you. This is not a celebration of multiple fighting games. This is not an event you go in to play other games other than Street Fighter 6, because that fucking game
Hold up. Don't give the number out. Hold up.
So many.
Yeah.
It makes me actually think twice about whether or not you're going to go there for anything other than Street Fighter. But yeah, hit us with it statically.
Meza, can you guess the number of entrants for Street Fighter? By the way, don't try to think, there's a difference because there's only around 3,000 signups. Drake kind of ruined it for you. Meza, within 3,000,
3,600.
Okay, within 3,600 signups, how many of those are for Street Fighter?
1,500.
Higher.
1,900.
Higher.
All right, 2.4.
Higher.
2.
Lower.
Higher.
Oh, it's higher. It's higher now than compared to this picture. Holy shit! All right, man. All right,
okay,
Jay,
so let me go with this. Let me go with this then. 2.936.
Damn. Higher though.
How much?
You were close though. You were close.
All right, you got to give it to me because I need to know now.
2,980.
Oh, dude, that's a pretty good. I was pretty close.
That was good. That was good. That was good. You were within 30 something.
That's
but
crazy.
out of 3,600 entrances, almost 3,000 are just for that, or just for Street Fighter. Don't be confused, people. Japan is just about Street Fighter.
Whoa.
That's it.
H&K is there
dog.
too, bro.
Dog.
H&K.
That is
dog.
There is like
that is all.
Do you know how many players there is for H&K? There's like 60 something that are showing up, bro. That's crazy. That means 60 people want to get Infinite.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, 60 people just don't give a fuck about their lives. No, like if you enjoy any other games, sure, but just don't get it twisted. If you out there playing fighting games, that just shows you the testament that Capcom has done.
Yeah.
To just put Street Fighter in front of the masses and how it's worked. I know we've like had our conversations, you know, even things like the pay-per-view, you know, stuff going on with the Street Fighter League finals and stuff like that, right? Like, oh my God, you gotta pay to watch it and this and that. Like, but Japan's like, so? Yeah. Clearly they're about it. They're like, there's their market. That they are making their decisions just on Japan. And I mean, you know, it is what it is. Like, they know where their guys are at. Not to say we don't have 3,000 plus tournaments over here. I mean, our Evo over here will definitely do those numbers and then some, and has historically already done that, actually, now that I think about it. But damn, I did not expect it to be just that much of a blowout because, yeah, what is it? The 29 or 29, the 30. Damn, I just had the number right here. 2980. The next highest one. Oh wow, this is actually in order too. Like next highest one is Guilty Gear with 223, dog. 223. Next Tekken 196. Next Grand Blue 156. Next Vampire Survivor 146, which that's gonna be sick to watch regardless. Yeah. City of the Wolves, then 2X with 125.
Dude, so I mean, looking at everything, do you really think City of the Wolves was Game of the Year? I still think it is, but damn, where do the players go? Like, I mean, maybe like, and it was money. There was money thrown out there, so it's not like they couldn't get somewhere, right? Because they made
it's so interesting. People have like they've been talking about marketing and fighting games because like 2X, right? 2X, like there has been, right? The big culprit here is like the Game Awards video for Caitlyn did like multi-millions of views on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was in front of an insane amount of audience and viewership, sure. But then they're like, yo, Riot has not pushed this game out like that. There's no crazy advertising. When you compare it to things like how City of the Wolves, right? MLB had Grand Blue, sorry. But City of the Wolves was like in wrestling events, right?
WrestleMania.
Celebrities.
CM Punk kissed the floor and it was City of the Wolves. That's crazy.
Yeah, like just putting money out there to just like market it only for it to be like,
yeah, I mean,
not to say bad. It's just like I still think it's a fun ass game and I actually enjoy watching it still. But like, you know, when you look at the number, you go like, well, what the hell happened here? Like, why is there's definitely no correlation in like how much we put in marketing dollars to like the masses versus just like, you know, whatever Riot's doing. But then again, you know, Riot
is right.
IPs is those are also those couldn't be further apart from each other, to be perfectly honest.
I'll put it this way. When I went to MagFest, they literally was like, Riftbound's there. Come play the cards. And,
oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
And people were like, I even thought about it. I was like, damn, Riftbound's here? I might have to play. I actually told somebody who is into card games, didn't know Riftbound was there. I said, hey, you like League of Legends, right? Because it sounds like you've been playing like BFT and all this other stuff. She was like, yeah. Next thing you know, I was like, you know, they got this card game called Riftbound. She was like, oh shit, that's here? I'm going to go sign up. I was like, I didn't even have to say League of Legends. I just said Riftbound, Riot, and they were like, I'm in.
It's strong.
So
shout outs to Riot for not having their site up for Spirit Force. I still couldn't get my damn cards. They just pre-ordered them today, and that site was just dead. Yeah. Shout out to the bots. Shout out to the bots that were buying all the stock.
I mean, at least they're bought, right?
Can't wait to see those scalper prices.
$500 plus. Yeah, it's already gonna be insane. Yeah. I mean, look,
it is insane.
Here's the thing, though. I feel like with City of the Wolves, I think they pushed a little too hard, and I think in the wrong direction. Whereas, like, it feels more organic and it kind of fits the scene with Riot's 2XKO. But 2XKO had a stumble, and people have to realize that too.
Yeah.
So with the whole console thing, that was probably their biggest stumble. And now that it's out,
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody says. Everybody's like, oh, it took so long. Everybody got to play. Yo, who cares? The game is coming out. It's free to play. That's like me complaining about Fortnite not being available to me for like a year, and then it finally comes out. I'm not trying to be a professional. I just want to play the damn game. No, I don't want to play Fortnite. I don't like Fortnite. But
yeah, plus, like, welcome to the American dream, because like half the time we usually are late on the ports anyway. Japan historically had it beforehand, right? Like they had Street Fighter 4 beforehand. They had Pokemon. They had Tekken. Like we were here twiddling our fucking thumbs, waiting for us to get our asses whooped for another year before we were like, okay, I think we got a good idea.
Guess what? Now you and your friends can play together. That's what you really wanted. Yeah. That's not you just wanted something to complain about why you couldn't play.
You just want to hang out.
Can I say something now about City of the Wolves being voted like the best fighting game? Do you know how many people Saudi Arabia probably said, "Hey, go vote"?
I mean, that's smart.
I'm just saying because if you see Team Falcons and how they react during those Saudi Arabia events over in what was that called? What was that event called?
EWC.
EWC, yeah. I don't know if they're like true fans, but I think somebody's saying my Google Home Mini went off.
I was like,
who's talking to you, bro?
Yo, they heard you, dog. They were like, hey, yo.
Yeah,
cut that off.
Yeah.
Cut that off.
You know what? Cut that all out. Now that we know we can edit stuff.
Cut that out.
So what I'm saying is like they probably had like console fans, but two, it was one of the only complete games that was actually there, that was actually out.
That's right.
Everything else was either a beta test or this or that or
pre-release season
game.
0.
Yeah. So something else, like they could have easily marketed better. They didn't market well, I don't feel. Like they could have easily said, "Oh, hey, this looks like a Street Fighter game. We have 5 free DLC characters, which 2 are from Street Fighter." They could have easily, and they could have easily won with that. But instead, they put Salvador Ganacci to introduce Jey Uso.
Look, at the end of the day, I don't know. Like, would you have preferred him, or would you have preferred like Skrillex or someone else? Right?
I would have preferred a fighting game character. I would have been hyped for.
I would have. Listen, you can't bring that up, because at the end of WrestleMania, we got Travis Scott, who walked down the aisle for 3 minutes and wasted all of our time in the main event. Hey, so listen, I don't know how this turned into a wrestling podcast so fast. I did it again.
Put the tally on.
However, I don't think City of the Wolves is marketed as well. I think 2XKO was marketed to its niche audience, and then finally it got some with the Game Awards, even though that was more, the Game Awards was more of an announcement because they were like, we're gonna announce that we have a console launch coming, and then it's like, what date? And it wasn't until it's sort of like, oh, okay, yeah, this
almost like a week ago.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna throw you for a loop here. Did you know they had Steve Aoki do a song?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like they did utilize big names to push. I obviously, the Salvador one, I'm not big on. I didn't know about. You knew about it more than I did. But like, as soon as Steve Aoki put out a song, I was like, yeah, it's Steve Aoki, and I was like, yeah, this song sucks. Like, straight up, I was like, this isn't. Well, I don't want to hear this in the game. But I mean, it's gonna appeal to some of the people who are more into EDM and stuff like that. They're like, Steve Aoki, maybe I'll take a look at this game.
There was a heavy presence on the game, but the problem is that they don't know how to nerf or patch a game. KOF has a history of not knowing how to patch a game.
Don't worry about all that. Don't worry about all that. That's not enough.
Why? The player base leaves. They go away.
No,
it's a Discord
Ronaldo,
game now.
People like us will leave.
They never nerf Ronaldo. Stop.
Casual people will not care. They'll go, I could play Ronaldo in something other than FIFA? Oh, man. Oh, God. FIFA? I don't have to pay.
That boy said that?
I don't have to pay $1,000 to hopefully get a shitty version of his card. Yo.
Anyway.
Just saying.
Either way, I think the topic was Street Fighter 6 has almost 3,000 entrants.
I'm coming dead at. I hate
Evo Japan is Street Fighter 6. That's all that we're saying. And what I'm saying is we're gonna be taking a quick break. When we get back, we got some characters and some trailers to jump into. So don't go anywhere. Go right back. All right, it only seems pretty proper that we go ahead and go right into this particular trailer that has kind of thrown people off since we were just talking about City of the Wolves. So we had a trailer that just dropped. I think, what was it? Last week, or it came from a tweet initially. Last week. Yeah, 5 days ago. SNKP official _JP. 21-second trailer. You got to see two characters, post-apocalyptic looking kind of area. Supposedly these are like SNK like goons that we're seeing here. These two goons that have cornered these two other characters, and this is all like done in the 2D anime style of SNK. And we get to see that someone is there. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of got jump scared. Pretty hard. And I got jump scared because my man turns around. You don't see who it is, and all you see that happens is a very large fucking hand and finger hits my man in the forehead, and a very familiar sound that those that know what that means. And that was like fucking it. My man, his pupils is dilated, everything went white, and even my eyes was open like no shot.
If you had it loud, yeah,
that also my shit was blasting, so that fucking high pitch like killed me. So yeah, we are talking about a very legendary character that is also unlikely to actually like to kind of see in an SNK game. And of course, we're talking about Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star. Fist of the North Star has historically its own fighting game, and it's seen that it's still competitive today. Phenomenally broken. Like if you ever watch some matches, you'll see how broken shit is. But it's sick. Like, so they just announced. Oh, then you fucking you perfectly know. But to see Kenshiro actually then crossing over into City of the Wolves with also, funny enough, that same Fist of the North Star game in Evo Japan this year, right? It's actually one of the retro games that's being played. Is like, okay, how planned along was this? Kind of dope. How are you guys feeling about Kenshiro being in the game? And should he blow somebody up?
100%. Not a fucking place filler character. If you think he is, you need to stop playing that game. 100%. I like. Here's the thing. I've said it before. I want interesting characters in my games. Guess what? This is an interesting fucking character that is actually in City of the Wolves. I'm sorry.
I mean, City of the Wolves is just right now trying to just fight for that wild crossover title.
I'm okay with that.
That's all it's doing at this point.
That's
all it's doing.
Get rid of these fucking Street Fighter characters. I don't need any more Street Fighter characters in a crossover game. Okay, I'm done. I've seen them in Call of Duty. I've seen them in fucking Rainbow Six Siege. I've seen them in all these games. I not care when they look even worse in those games. Let's stop, okay? And
I did kind of forget Ryu got a GAT several times this year.
Bro, it's kind of insane. But what I'm saying is, Kenshiro is a really good choice. I mean, it's out of left field. He is a dope-ass character. He does have really cool mechanics that I think kind of fit Fatal Fury in general. Like, a character who literally touches you, you die? Yeah, all right, I'm cool with it. And it's going to be a time limit. You know, it's going to be a time limit. So
I'm very curious. Actually, like, how they're going to translate some of that iconic shit. Like, this, like, the character is iconic. For those that are just young and just aren't aware, like, look it up, Fist of the North Star, just look at Kenshiro, you will see things like, besides the Bruceploitation of the character, which is like characters that are heavily inspired by Bruce Lee, right? Like, you'll hear the all that kind of stuff, right? But like, you know, you know, the hey, you are already dead, like, famous line, like, all that. This is coming from that guy. That guy is the OG of the OGs. So pretty iconic, and to have him in a game that isn't his own game is like pretty interesting. And also then to see it in a game where he is also where fucking Ronaldo is in, but then also Ken and Chun-Li is also in. It's like,
yo, I finally get to, as long as they explode, the game is done properly. That's all I ask.
We're not gonna see, obviously. We're not gonna
explode.
they're gonna explode, but if they're gonna give them explode, it's like the Ralph Clark ass, like just like it's gonna blow up, but you're not gonna see blood, not gonna see anything like that. I wanted to see Kenshiro it would have been dope to see him in like MK1 or Mortal Kombat in general.
We've requested for before. I definitely agree with that, but I mean, just in general, I think the system will be if he does one of his supers, which usually it's the thing, any one of those. Usually you have like 10 seconds. And in H and K, there is a super that no one uses. We never use it because you can just get hit and it stops. That is the mechanic for stopping. So with this, it might be more suitable because you have to run people down instead of being able to dash people down. I don't know. I think this is probably the coolest character announcement out of all the character announcements. Just my personal opinion.
Great question. Great work and all, but whose foot is that in the beginning of the video?
That's Kenshiro.
You think so? Or is it Krauser?
No, we don't care about Krauser. It's not Krauser. It's Kenshiro. It's literally his map.
But it could be him, and then
it shows the
be somebody in an alleyway. I don't know.
Krauser it's gotta be him.
Krauser has
gotta be him.
All right, I'm messing.
And also, and also the characters, the girls, like the way that they reacted. I think they reacted a little different.
Okay, no, I'm just messing around. I mean, it could be two separate characters, that's all.
Good point.
I don't know why people.
But I don't know. Outside of Street Fighter, I don't know why they would like double up on any other IPs as guest characters. Okay, I know why for Street Fighter is because we have Mai and Terry in Street Fighter 6, so I guess they got 2 slots on their side. But I couldn't see them like putting multiple characters past that.
I mean, somebody pitched JoJo's, but I don't think you really need that. You just got
and
that whole scene was a hot and open. So but I mean, I look, more characters the better, but it's been great.
Yeah, okay, man, go try it out. Just like you gotta try this next trailer out, because speaking of Capcom, on the other side of things, Capcom is keeping pretty tight with their characters that are getting released now, because we have Alex, at least his World Tour trailer. Yeah, his World Tour trailer is showing up as he is fighting. It's not Hugo. I know it looks like Hugo, but it's like Andre. It's like Andre the Giant, kind of. That's the whole inspiration to not only like some of the Final Fight characters, but also Hugo himself. But yeah, this is legitimately supposed to be like one of those grunts. And I don't know, man. This is like the only. I know we just talked about like Static somehow always bringing wrestling in, but this is actually very appropriate to bring it out now. The entire trailer, it was just showing off Alex in this very interesting light. He seems annoyed. He seems like he's just, he's showing off obviously the moves we expect him to have. His stomps, his smack, his headbutt, everything is there, right? We're seeing it. That's the whole introduction to his archetype. But like, speculation is that he's acting very angry, almost like the heel of wrestling right now. Is he in his heel arc? Static, and for those that don't know what heel arc is, he's gonna explain it in a second.
No, I'm not. It's just a bad guy or good guy, babyface or heel. That's it.
There you go. He just explained it. So how are you feeling about the trailer?
Man, I hate these trailers. I'll be honest. When these trailers pop up, I'm like, oh god, we gotta wait 4 weeks for a gameplay trailer.
Yeah, it's because it's not gameplay. Yep.
Yeah, because it's not gameplay now. Trust. Like, we want to see substance. We want to see how the character plays. Like, don't get me wrong. We already if this was a release trailer to also kind of like announce, the hype would be high. But we already know the characters that are coming. So like, this trailer doesn't do anything other than show us like an in-game render, and potentially some of the attitude of the character.
Well, one thing I can give it to them is that the character, usually whenever there's one of these world trailers, oh my god, world tour trailers, usually the characters look kind of iffy. He actually doesn't look bad. Yeah. He sounds bad. He sounds awful.
Hey, shut the hell up.
Yeah, that easy.
Yeah, that easy.
They already rung the bell. Look,
this is the best the city has.
I actually agree.
Yeah, what the fuck was that Boston ass end? Hold up, I just heard. Hold up. I had to hear that again.
Is it Brooklyn or Boston?
I'm mauve, brother. I'm mauve.
He did nothing but chumps around here. Yeah, that's very Boston-y ass accent. I don't know if he knows where he's even from.
So like, I actually agree with Gabe on this one. I think that they did do a justice for this trailer. It looks a lot better. And my favorite part is I do not see the custom character. Thank fucking God. I do not want to see that. That. Like, can we get out of that? When you're announcing a character,
man,
move away from that dumb shit. Save that for after the gameplay trailer or after you've done a regular trailer, then do like this whole like World Tour trailer, right? I'm okay with that. But don't give me the World Tour trailer is the trailer for the character. I want to see somebody else doing the moves. Ooh, that isn't the main character. It's just weird. Or them getting beat up and they're like, it's Alex. Oh no. Like, I'm cool. I'm gonna be honest. The only thing I liked about Alex was his beanie. Okay, the beanie instead of the bandana. It's kind of fire. Okay, we all kind of agree, right? You know,
I don't know. I'm more on the bandana side, but I get.
I like overalls.
No, I'm more team bandanas, but I can rock the Scully too. Like I can deal with this.
This like Armor King versus regular King, man. Like he became Armor King. That's he's Dark Mask, not Tiger Mask.
I dig it though.
Tiger Dark, you know. So I don't know. I personally I hate Alex. He's never been a character I liked. So honestly, fuck this character, but cool.
We'll see. We'll see what he brings to the table in 6.
I will say he is the only character right now out of this besides Viper. I'm gonna let Viper slide because she hasn't had a lot of games. Out of all the characters to return, he's the only character I've accepted because I think we have many of the original characters. I'm tired of the original characters. Give me fucking new characters. Here's Sean.
Oh, you mean those? I thought when you said original, I thought you meant when you said original, like actual original, new characters. Like,
no,
you're
like
talking about legacy characters. You don't want legacy characters.
I'm tired of it. Why do we need legacy characters anymore? We already have the main legacy characters.
Because there's a lot, bro. Because as this game continues, as the franchise grows, we get more characters, and then guess what? The characters that are the most popular out of there are gonna then become a norm, and they become the new legacy. Jury's a perfect example of that. Ever since 4,
that's great.
Jury's
what about Jamie?
Now it's no longer. Nobody gives a fuck about
exactly
Sorry,
because we keep putting more characters in that are classic characers.
It didn't have the impact, and also people.
He kind of did kind of suck.
There's also let's just be real. Like when it came to Jury, like I said, you see Chun-Li, Cammy, Jury now because they hit all the parts. Thighs, ass, feet. Sorry, dog. I don't make the rules. It's just how it is. It's just how it is.
I guess I mean, Jamie's
you
design
think on that static. I know you were thinking real hard. That's some facts I just spit. I know. It blew your mind. Crazy.
Jamie's design is pretty shit. I'm not gonna lie. They didn't know what they were doing. He's like a mixture of two. He is a mixture of two different characters that don't make any sense. I'm a breakdancer, but I wear nothing like that. But I'm also a martial artist that my cousins are yin and yang, but I wear nothing like them.
Exactly. He's like this weird, like the expectation for him was like, oh, he's like one of the twins, but it's like not really.
And they were hip hop, even wearing their modernized, Chinese outfit.
Yeah. So
it
is what it is. But hey, Alex is next. He's coming up. Gameplay trailer coming out soon.
Fucking when's Ingrid?
She's last, right?
Summer. Yeah, she's last.
Yeah, she'll be last, and then we'll be done with this DLC right in time to hear about next year's worth, which that should be interesting.
Hopefully, Sean's in there.
So, you know what? There's a good chance. I want to say there's probably a good chance.
He's been part of the story. He's actually part of the story, so it's like
even from 5, right, with Laura and all.
Yeah, I think it's a little long overdue. And that's why I'm kind of for them having such a World Tour story, there's characters that were in the World Tour that we didn't see get put in the game that we thought were going to be additional characters. So it's like a little frustrating from my perspective, someone who wants to see new characters for Street Fighter 6, knowing that they have the potential to do more. Like Chun-Li's student, fucking worthless. She's just in the story. Why do I have to keep having these worthless characters that I don't have any connection to or want because they're not going to be ever put in the property?
Yeah. Just have to see what comes out of it. But yeah, so besides that's something we saw coming. But then this is the new year. This is something. Okay, I don't want to say we didn't see coming, but I'm actually surprised at how fast this came up. Adashiro Harada has officially retired from Bandai Namco after 31 years with the company. His final guest appearance will be at TWT 2025, which no doubt this guy's gonna get a like 20-minute standing ovation. I hope he wears the "Don't Ask Me for Shit" shirt still iconic in my eyes. And at Kohei Ikeda will be actually now leading development on Tekken alongside Michael Murray. Bittersweet. 31 years, fucking incredible. Has brought us what Tekken is today. I mean, obviously with the team and all, but he's been the lead, and very much happy that he gets to enjoy his retirement. I hope he enjoys his retirement. Maybe he continues on to do something else. But bro, even if he just kicks it and just is chilling for the rest of his life, good for you, man. He's done an incredible job.
I could see him still showing up to events from time to time.
I could see him showing up to I could see that too.
Otto did that for quite a bit of time until he went to another team. I think in this day and age, I hate that I have to say this, after him posting, Harada posted that he was like seeing a lot of his great friends and other developers just kind of pass at a certain age. I think we're not going to see him pick up the helm anywhere else. I think he's just going to enjoy the rest of life, which I think at some point these guys have.
You know what's interesting is that when I heard this, I kind of got hit with two things. A little bit was like, not surprised, like 31 years, damn bro, crazy, like fucking you deserve that shit, man. He has been a ride or die about it forever. Has given us memorable moments, has really loved the community, and has supported what Tekken is, the vision of it and everything. The other side of it, I don't know why I heard this happen first before I heard like retire, but the first thing that came up was like, damn, did he just get Kojima too? Like, what the fuck just happened? The reason I bring this up is just because Tekken 8 has now just been the most kind of scrutinized Tekken that has been released, right? It's been under fire. Bandai Namco has been known, like the leadership of Bandai Namco has been, shifty in certain areas, right? Like in directions of things that he's even been vocal about. Fans have been very vocal about it. And who do you get mad at, right? Like you're gonna get mad at the face, and he is one of those faces. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people tend to try to shit on things like Michael Murray. That's hard, but Harada is the face of Tekken, so he's the one that gets it. Like even if it's not, obviously directed to him, Bandai Namco will see no different. They'll be like, no, it's you. You need to fix this. But like Tekken 8 has been such a roller coaster, whether it's the content within it, the way the game has just the direction of it, the characters. It's been turbulent to say the least. So a part of me feels like, okay, maybe he's like, hey, 31 years, fuck it, I'm good. And with that, I'm like, yo, I can't even be mad. Like, respect, dude. You did your job. You did your fucking work. Cool. But another part of me feels kind of like I feel like he got forced into that position, and it sucks. I don't think that's I don't want to focus on that as that being the negative Nancy in the room, right? The heavy weight, the elephant, because it kind of takes away from all his achievements and then his retirement, right? So yeah, true.
I think that sucks, and it probably could be true. It could 100% be true. We wouldn't know unless somebody came out with it. But I think at the end of the day, even if he was kind of like the fall guy, I mean, it was a new adventure into something that hasn't been done for Tekken. I think Tekken has stayed, and look, I love what Tekken has done. I love what Tekken is. Do I love what it's become? Not so much, but I will say they took a leap. And I think we need to do that as if you're a game developer, if you're a consumer, you have to accept there's a certain point where you have to take a leap into the unknown and try new shit. If you're not trying new things and you're sitting there running the same game, same gambit, I'm pretty sure eventually people are going to get tired of it. I hate saying it. Look at Soul Calibur. Same shit for so many years. It's a dress-up fighter at this point. And then they make their money off of the DLC, right? So there hasn't been a full change of formula where Tekken is trying to change the formula and see if they can do something new. I think that was a good thing. There's many people who were, I don't want to play Tekken 8. All the players who were competitive, who knew it's not the same Tekken, but it's something that's evolving to something different, were willing to stick. So I'll say it firsthand. If you left Tekken 8 because you left Tekken 8 because you didn't feel it was like Tekken 7, 6, or anything else, go fuck yourself. Because at a certain point, Tekken 5, Tekken 4, Tekken 3, 2, 1. All of them were different. They changed, they evolved, and they made some pretty strong mistakes at some point too. You know, we didn't have a juggle system. When we got a juggle system, people were like, look at Tekken Tag, it was too much, right? And then they kind of like worked some things around it. So I don't think it was a bad thing. I think him retiring, he's passing the helm. New things are going to evolve, just like how Street Fighter 6 had that happen. Oh no, stopped at Street Fighter 5. We saw a lot of negative shit at Street Fighter 5. It got a little bit better, and then they hand over to Street Fighter 6. We see something brand new that's cleaner.
Auto left.
Yeah. But it had to go to the next generation eventually.
Yeah, it might be that crossover, but the only thing is, you know, it's just to be objective about it. It's just like, I don't know if this has been a proper handover. I mean, technically, the who's running it now has actually worked on season 2, but the thing that people are like skeptical about is like, well, it's been the worst season. Like, I mean, like, you know, give them the first mulligan, bro. Like, let people walk, and then we'll see what they can do afterwards. Just give it a little bit of time. Give it a little bit of time.
I don't think people should judge his position based off of something he cannot fully change. You would have to change the whole games, and that's not a really good look, because people don't like the new game system. He's still gonna go under fire. So the best thing you can do is work on whatever you already had, and try to build
with what he has
until we get Tekken 9, all right, or Tekken Tag 3. Ooh, these people need to chill. It's a game. It's a video game. I'm sorry. I gotta state it. I think we forget sometimes as consumers and as competitors. It's a fucking video game. You can't build. That's the truth. You can't build what they're doing. Stop expecting this ludicrous system where you're like, it should be the same. No, dude, they want to try new shit so you can actually go, that was really cool, experimental. That worked out. There's a ton of games that did it, and y'all loved it. Shut up about the complaining all the time. Sometimes we just gotta play the fucking game. Look, we played MVCI and we wanted to complain so hard. We complained.
People that had that smile on their face, like, it's good.
Dude, I was excited. I got the game. That story mode came out. I was like, fuck that story mode. We're gonna just go play versus. I was okay, bro. I was okay. We were okay.
Motherfucker fans voted for Chun-Li's face to get changed before
and
Sonic
it did.
got his face lifted.
That's critical. I think that's a critical thing.
That shit?
Oh yeah,
that was rough.
My brother has the statue, and the statue still has the bad face.
Oh god,
the statue! You remember the Easter eggs? Yeah, let me get these infinity eggs real quick for the pre-order version. Oh, lied. But hey, you know what? Whether Harada is gonna continue on the grind, or if he's gonna kick his feet up, go to the beach, and just chill for the rest of his time, we're gonna see him once again still at the end of TWT. Maybe he'll make a final announcement there for maybe the final character of some DLC, season 3, whatever it may be. It'll be dope. In the meantime, though, I mean, Tekken would not be Tekken if it wasn't for him, so it cannot be understated. But we'll see. We'll see what his final words are then. Yeah, 2026 starting off with some crazy stuff. And with that, I actually do want to give you guys a quick poll. I want to hear from you guys before we take this break. Is there something new you're looking to experience in 2026? Whether that means going to a new tournament you haven't been to, playing a new fighting game you haven't played, maybe you've just seen around like crazy and you're like, hey, maybe I do want to jump on that and try it out. Maybe even just a new character that you're like, hey, I've been putting it off, I should go play. Or maybe even just your involvement in the community in general. Maybe instead of being a player, maybe you want to TO, maybe you want to ref, maybe you want to commentate, be in production. I want to hear it. If you guys have any plans to do that, expand your way in the fighting game scene in any of those fashions and more. We'll be posting up this is actually the question of the week. Sorry. I'll be posting up this question of the week on our Discord, as well as tweeting that out on Twitter to get you guys your answer so we can talk about it on the next episode. Yeah, so we're going to be taking a quick break, guys. When we come back, we're going to be talking about some news that came hot off the press earlier today with Piltover's Best Detective. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, we are back home stretch, and we've got plenty to jump into. Like we said earlier, Piltover's finest has now been shown off. Caitlyn, her gameplay reveal trailer went off earlier today, but followed up with some crazy stuff right afterwards. We're actually going to focus more on what we saw on the. We can talk about either what do you want, the move list or the trailer. I would assume the move list is what we want to bring.
Yeah, let's do the move list. It seems a little bit more in depth because like there's
more complete because the trailer was all speculation until they released it, right?
Can I say this first?
No.
Guys,
yeah.
The trailer, it was dog shit. Okay. She did the same thing over. No. If we're gonna attack all the previous games that did the same shit,
I heard about this. I kind of didn't notice this till someone pointed it out to. They were like, "Go on, I know what you're about to say."
Like, she did the same combo, almost like it wasn't even. It was like not even slight varied. It was like the same fucking combo in every character from just different positions.
I know exactly whose tweet you're talking about.
I'm not trying to be mad though, but it's the truth, right? Like, if you're gonna bash games like DNF Duel for dropping combos in a trailer video, which I still think is fucking hilarious, because it's my game.
The trailer did what it was supposed to do, was to make you be like, ooh and ah. Yeah. And be like, yeah, she could shoot. This is really the video we want to talk about, which is the actual moveset part, which they delivered afterwards. I think it's like maybe an hour or so afterwards, where they did a breakdown of what Caitlyn does, all her moves, what buttons do what. Obviously, they didn't break down combos. They just kind of just broke down the kit. Off the rip, she does what, we expect her to do, which is she has a huge gun and she's not afraid to use it. Think of like your L-Felts. Think of, from Blaze. What's her name? Noelle. Thank you. Like your Noelles as well. Things like that. Characters like that are what we're looking at here. We've got some buttons and we've got some really interesting buttons and some interesting ranges to get at. Yeah, she's not afraid to shoot. So she's got, her rifle shot where she can actually just straight up projectile shoot. That is actually her special one. But then she's got options. That's the thing. She just has options from a simple shot. She can shoot again, right? Get a second reload and shoot again. She then has like stances where she can, advance. She can retreat. She can slide. She can also like bolo and such. Like, yeah, she is just an option mechanic is what she is in its entirety. I don't know if you like. I really was feeling the L-Felt. Like the more I was seeing that, especially kind of like Strive L-Felt more than anything else. I was seeing a lot of the similarities there, which I was like, oh shit, I hated dealing with Rekkas. But I'm like, oh wait, but if I pick her up, I get to do the Rekkas, so it's a win. Yes.
Yeah, the bolo is kind of like the grenade that she dropped.
I
don't know what I would consider the trap, but she definitely has like that kind of mix. Like I said, I called it. People were like, oh, she's got a zone, she has a gun. I'm like, guys, that's not how they're gonna build her. They can't build her like that because I'm gonna tell you something that I think is secretly being done. So, if you notice, she has a role. They introduced you something that we haven't seen yet. Technically, that another character is probably gonna have. Vayne, a role. We're seeing something like a headshot, which is like
that'd be kind of cool,
kind of like a pin, right? So like when she does the second shot, it's like a heavier hit, but it like knocks them either in the air or knocks them back. We're gonna see maybe a Vayne type of functionality. So like I think they're trying to show us the system of what they could do, which I like that a lot more because this character is kind of showcasing the potential of where we could go. Whether we get less humanoids and then give us some interesting stuff.
Some more monster type characters and different builds. Yeah.
I mean, we're at least seeing some mechanical stuff that they can do. Like we didn't know they could put a projectile, like you can throw it and then, make it project somewhere and track, right? Whereas like Ari's is just like standard. It's just like you put it there and then it just goes. So like this is a little bit more interesting what they're being flexible with the mechanics. Obviously the trap, kind of like we've never seen you be able to shoot the trap and break it and stuff like that.
And Ricochet as well, which is really interesting.
I mean, like Jinx is kinda, but it's a little bit different. So.
Yeah, she's a little more straightforward, right? As when it comes to zoner, she's pretty straightforward compared to like the trickiness that Caitlyn has. Even in air dash, right? Even air mobility, which
we didn't expect that.
Sorry, Ari haters. You thought you wanted one character that with an air dash was bad. This bitch got a gat and some additional movement. Like, oof, this is gonna be wild. Static, what about you, man? What are you liking so far about the character or about the kit that kind of stood out to you?
I, Meza, think she'll be lame.
What do you mean by that?
Really?
Like, as in like
you're saying that? She's not lame. I'm thinking she's lame. She plays to me like Testament does.
Oh, you're thinking she's gonna like play full keep away?
I didn't say full keep away. I think it's more gonna be a lockdown and try not to move. But I'm.
Oh, that's Brother. We'll play first day she comes out. I'll show you.
Well, she'll play keep away, but it's more like, oh, you think I'm gonna shoot here? Psych, no, I'm gonna roll. Or psych, no, I'm gonna roll backwards and still shoot. Rolling backwards and still shooting is kind of OD. The mix in the 2x assist? Come on, that's good.
This kind of be kind of grody, like with the mix. And of course, you know, the other thing, like, I don't know, I feel like she definitely is in the middle of the two, personally. So funny enough, I said Elfel and like Noel earlier, but one of the characters that instantly struck me when I saw this, and it's gonna seem kind of unconventional. I actually saw Harley from Injustice here. The way her angles were, the fact that she has a stance. For those that didn't play Injustice or Injustice 2, Harley, very similar character. She had two pistols, and you could actually angle anti-air or straight up, and you could also like angle straight down. And she actually did also have a stance that she could get into and had follow-ups too, and it was kind of mixy as well. And she had cupcakes, so it's kind of like, maybe that's why. You know, I might have just been hungry at the time. But I saw a lot of the similarities there, and I was like, she was never considered a zoner. She was like a bit more on the mix-up side of things, but she had zoner qualities to her. There are some big differences. The biggest one for her, I mean, for one, she's got Gimlet. I'm pretty sure it seems like she has Gimlet, where she just throws the super out. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to understand. Obviously, when she releases, we'll find out. But like Gimlet, for those that don't know, is the the frame 2 or frame 3 super from Hawkeye that hits anywhere on the screen. He just hits you, right? Like, it feels like she does the same, because in League of Legends, her ult does the same thing. You lock into someone, it doesn't matter where they're going. Either someone has to block it, or you're gonna take this bullet because it can just hit this incredible range no matter what, right? So she has that. So I was like, that's a flag for me.
I personally like her. I like her design. That's the first thing that definitely kind of like strikes me. It's because like I was wondering how they were gonna do an ADC character. Like, yeah, we see Jinx, like she's using all her weapons a lot more, right? But we've also seen
also
Jinx,
just what the character does.
Yeah, and we've also seen Jinx in Arcane, where she's doing physical fighting, right? So it's a little bit different than League of Legends. But now we're seeing a character that kind of was in Arcane, but she was shooting like 99% of the time. She wasn't really, but man,
she fought a little bit, but
her fucking grab in this, her grab is the meanest fucking dirty grab I've seen in this game. Like, she just like, I couldn't imagine grabbing
Shout out to Ambessa.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ambessa for teaching her that. She definitely taught it.
Grabbing an Alawi like that and then slam, or Darius. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But no, I like that we get to see they're willing to give her some type of like, it's not like martial arts, but it's a form of attacking where maybe like light brawling, light, military martial arts, whatever you want to call it. But she has a dive kick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, looking at it, this looks it's the same deal as like Ari's, right, where they could do the overhead. It just looks it's a great deal faster, and she can cancel it, which is also crazy. I'm like, yo, y'all thought Ari's gonna be the problem. This chick is gonna be a real issue, and we haven't even talked about like, don't get me wrong, the dirtiness of like what her traps could do with like 2x assist is gonna be great, and like her tag out is gonna be good.
We haven't even talked about Double Down because nobody wants to play Double Down anymore. Bro, this character is going to be
Double Down. This is going to be gross.
I think she's going to be viable in so many different ways.
Viable? Nice. Very nice. Very nice.
I don't know.
I did a game.
Yes, but I don't know, man. I mean, I talked about the rolling away stuff, but once the opponent uses an assist, the screen is locked. So it's like, screw the zoning.
This is why I said, like, the zoning's not that strong. It's not that strong. It's not important. The only character I think zones properly is Teemo. Teemo is a great zoner. You want to go play a zoner? Go play Teemo. You want to play half-ass zoner? Go play Jinx. But if you want to play someone who's going to get in that ass, I think that's what Caitlyn is. And I called her to be a rush-down ranged character. And that's what she's coming out to look like. I mean, come on. You have fucking biggest shield.
Like, I was going to say, we haven't even talked about the fact that her other supers was causing a lot of people to be like, what? Because it was like looking pretty straightforward, kind of sauceless even after a while. But then once we saw the actual, even in the trailer before, we got to see that she has what's called Hex Shield, Super Hex Shield or something like that. No, that's built over Peacemaker. What is it called? Enforcer Hex Shield. She has what looks like to be a 5-hit Aegis reflector, bro. almost, I think it's full screen because it pushes her back. She actually jumps back a little bit from wherever she activates, so it kind of is a bit forward. She can choose to shoot through it, and it energizes her shot, meaning more damage. Looks like a little bit more stun. So maybe there's a world where you can shoot. If it hits, you're calling an assist. You then follow up from there. Cool. But the actual projectile itself that she puts out is active for that many shots, which is like, it looks like it's actually 4. But it's insane because it really is just Aegis Reflector. From what it sees, we don't know how it interacts. Like if we put that out there and say Jinx does the projectile, like will it take 1 hit? Will it take 2 hits? Or does it just like negate it, right? Because that's what Aegis Reflector does. Aegis Reflector technically reflects it back, but I don't think we're going to see that kind of interaction here. But that just further emphasizes just how she can put pressure from full screen. Throw it out there, swap to another character, you're going in. But maybe some of these tweaks that are coming from the patch notes might adjust some of those worries that we talk about. So at the end of the day, I think overall, if I were to say how good Riot cooked on this, if I were to give it a 1 out of 1 through 5, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst, I give her a solid 4. The reason I give her a 4 is I'll deduct the 0.5 because unfortunately from what I saw, her assist, not too strong. Very straightforward, but on the same time, I can understand like the character can everything. What are you trying to have, another Echo here? Let's try to at least play fair, guys. But, so her assist game seems pretty lackluster, so that means she's going to be very good on points. So if you have her afterwards, it's going to be a little tough. So her super assist seems to kind of make up for it because she can ricochet around and really create a very weird interaction. I don't know how good it's going to be, but it's a very strange interaction. If it's a strange interaction, that means there's some dirt somewhere in there you can get out of it. And the other 0.5 is just we don't know 100% how some of the interactions with her kit is. So I'm kind of reserving that 0.5 on like, can you hit her cupcakes? Can you projectile through the Hextech shield? Is her super automatic or do you have to aim it, right? Like those are the things those are the questions that's going to help me understand how she is. And plus we don't know, how plus she is on certain things. A lot of this stuff is steezy, but she's getting the hit. She's supposed to look good. They want to sell you on her. Even though she's free, they want to sell you on the past. You can get that Enforcer outfit, which looked
way better.
Amazing.
Way better than her normal, and I like her normal.
Amazing. So yeah, I give her a 4. I give her a 4 out of 4.
What about you, Gabe? What do you give?
I like all of these setups. I like the Aegis Reflector / Potemkin bomb thing that she can shoot through and hit you still with. I like that it's not just on the surface level. Like it actually looks a lot deeper, and I think what?
None.
I think she's a lot more deeper than people might think. I think she can be played in a specific way that people are gonna play her. Obviously, keep away of some sort. But I think it also reminded me looking at the move list with the rolling and the guns sort of reminded me of how Johnny does his teleport dashes with the swords.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I'm thinking that's how it might work. And there's a lot of fake outs, especially with the gun into bomb, and that's why I said it was a lot more Testament like because they put out traps and different things, and so I think definitely a character that I think will change over time.
Okay. All right. Give it a number 1 through 5. What are you feeling?
Sorry, I meant to go 4. 4.25.
Oh, damn. I was a little conservative on mine. All right, Meza, give us your number. Give us a breakdown real quick because we got some patch notes to get into,
right.
Or some footnotes to get into.
So I think that her design is pretty cool. It's kind of what I expected. Kind of a little bit more of a rush down, a little bit of like an off set zoner. I love her supers. I think her level 3 is kind of insanely. It's gonna go far. So it's gonna be punishing a lot of shit for people moving for free and think they're cool as hell in neutral. But
neutral, never heard of her. Hex shield.
Well, that's the thing that I'm a little concerned about with some of these patch notes that are gonna be put out, that are happening when she comes out, is how good it is on knockdown, because I particularly like Nyx. So I'll be honest, I give her 3.5. I know that may seem like low to some people.
Wow.
But and the reason why I'm saying that is because I have to, like we said, interactions. I need to see if when she does Aegis Reflector on knockout and does a roll past you and mixes your shit, does she also get extra anything, right? But at the same time, I'm giving her a lot off of just looks alone. I mean, compared to a lot of the other characters that were like Warwick and Teemo, when they were announced, they were really, really intricate characters at first until looking at Warwick, he's not really, he just hits hard. Teemo actually had some intricacies. Jinx had some intricacies about her, but she was bad in the beginning and got better. Vi was kind of bland, but then they started working on her electrics. So like, I don't want this to be another case of, I'm saying 3.5, I don't want it to be another case of this character is going to need to get worked on in the middle of the next character coming in. And then that character has to get worked on. So I'm going to go with a 3.5. I need to see the interactors. I need to see how she plays. I need to see if she's even, you know, a character that can do the things that we're imagining.
That we are imagining. Good call on that. How are you guys liking Caitlyn? We're posting up if you guys are feeling that Riot cooked, or is she a little underwhelming and needs some more time in the oven? We'll be posting up this poll after this show here, and we'll check out the polls on the next week's episode. But to round things out, to finish up this episode, not only did we get that trailer earlier, but we did get some quick tweets from the devs, most notably Yohosi, who is combat designer and balance for 2XKO. There we go. Posted up about like things before in the past on Twitter, made the comms there. We'll talk about some of the more specific ones that I think are like the biggest nuances here, the biggest effects. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's all effective. Basically just outline some of the biggest changes that are coming. Once again, this is the one that's coming with the build that's coming to Frosty Faustings. So these will be applicable to anyone that's going out there to play. This is up your alley. If anyone that isn't, hey, you got more time to mess around with it, but you want to get yourself very familiar with some of these changes, because some of them are just what people have been asking for. So it's going to feel like it's going to be, I think, overall a much better game. So core gameplay. We found projectiles lead to a lot of chaos and unclear outcomes, so we're making changes to their functionality. Most projectiles will be deleted. Most, once again, will be deleted when you hit point champions for an assist champ if they fired that projectile. This includes wind wall, time winder, rockets, mushrooms, etc. Basically, we're kind of going like the Marvel route, right? Where it's like, Static, one of your characters is perfect. Sentinel, right? Sentinel drones is out. You smack Sentinel, those drones are gone, disappeared, finito, they're out. At this point of the game in 2X, that's not the case. You could be punishing something, but if a projectile like Time Winder is out there and you come across it, that could combo break you naturally, which is like a pretty big pain. There's nothing worse than punishing, like say an Echo assist, if they decide to use that assist versus the other one, and you jump over and hit him, only to then kind of like get pushed back into it. That doesn't feel good for anyone. You're basically getting punished for doing the right thing. So Teemo is also kind of getting a bit smacked up with that, like things like his Pebble, pretty universally known, right? A lot of people like to Teemo slingshot his little Pebble thing and then like swap, and it's like a small little projectile you wouldn't think is there, but it'll interrupt if you just like, maybe even if you hit him from full screen with something, it could still interrupt because it's still active. So things like that are what they're looking to change, which I think overall really good direction. Aerial projectiles now place champs into an interrupt/counter hit state during recovery. I would think this is like Ari, this is Echo. Who else got a projectile in the air? Jinx, Yasuo. Yeah, thank you. Yep. So now there's a kind of like a window that you can actually get a bit more for calling out an aerial fireball.
This was actually a really big problem because I actually called this out when fighting Echo originally. I was like, the counter hit window is non-existent. I was like, I literally have to be almost challenging him, and that doesn't make sense. So I personally like the changes. I think this is stuff that we've all complained about, and I don't even want to say complain, but rather suggest that needed. Yeah,
it's called out. Yeah, it's called out.
Yeah, and I love that they're listening, but then there's also shit that they're not listening to, which I think is a little weird. So I mean,
we'll talk about some of those. We'll talk about those. this next one is one that I am very excited for. This one I've been really happy that they've implemented. I've heard it around the block a couple times, but I've also even came to this conclusion. I think this would be the best thing. Hitting assist doesn't have much meaning, and it contributes heavily to runaway, like all the time. Whether you, especially if you play like an Alawi or something, or like a Braum or something, or a Darius that, like, you know, kind of. Even Echo, right? Even if you call out and get a block on that Echo assist, that's like 10 frames or whatever, it's really hard to, you know, react to, so you kind of have to eat it. Maybe just, you know, hey, jab. Fuck out my face, bro. Get away, right? In my mindset, I do that naturally because I'm like, yeah, that's going to do something for me. It doesn't. It actually does nothing aside from take a little bit of health away from the assist. Now, they're adding a 4-second cooldown when you hit an assist. We hope this leads to more thoughtful assist calls and lets you swing momentum more easily. Thank you. Because that's what was missing. Like, besides maybe getting a happy birthday, which is great, right? You want that happy birthday. The happy boo-boo is the greatest of rewards. But if your opponent is just throwing out an assist and you're calling them out, besides getting whatever health you can, but you're not really doing a lot because you can't be expected to do a combo because you're not hitting the main character. Your opponent can react to that, super, jump over you, interrupt you. Now you got punished for trying to punishing them, right? Or a half-ass punish to them. And then they just call their assist out in 2 seconds. I'm like, it doesn't make sense. It just felt like a terrible interaction. Now you actually get the benefit of like, oh, you decided to just call your assist in a really dumb way. I'm just whoosh. 4 seconds. Get back there. Let's get on the bench.
I'm actually curious. I kind of want to do a little bit of breakdown and find out if this is 60 frames per each second, or if this is like 4 seconds, but it's like 30 frames. So is a second. Right?
I'm pretty sure it should just be 4. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it goes off the clock 4 in the game.
For those that don't understand, because I do game development, when you do 60 frames per second, and the in-game time is based off of 60 frames per 1 second, then it's the proper timing. If you change any of those things, certain assist calling, stuff like that, come out sooner than what would be 60 frames 1 second of in-game time. So 60 frames of in-game time, which would be 1 second. So it's like I want to make sure they're doing that, because even when it was 2 seconds, it felt like you'd instantly hit them and they were instantly recovering. I'm like, wait, hold on. Are we doing it based off of the game ticks? What are we doing this based off of? No, and they came back fairly fast. So I just want to make sure that's happening, because whether you're a competitor or not, it's very, very frustrating. The next thing we're going to talk about, I don't even know how I feel about this. I think it's stupid, but
go for it. What is it?
So basically, it's all 8-frame jabs are now 7-frame jabs via Darius, Alawi, Blitzcrank, Braum. 8 frames was too slow to contest on defense, so these champions' jabs should feel more usable. Sorry,
I mean,
you didn't fix the one fucking annoyance here. Is there's characters who have 7-frame jabs, and then there's characters who have 7-frame jabs that are plus. Why do we have plus frames on jabs, with especially the fastest fucking characters in the game? So that should be gone if you're going to do this. If you want to do a game that's balanced, and I like unbalanced games, don't get me wrong, but if you want to have a balance where you're not saying, wow, Echo's fucking jabbing me until I can't do anything, hence why they fixed it so it's 7 frames now, but it doesn't matter if he's +1. It doesn't matter if he's +1. Because now he can make you guess.
Now it's a 6-framer, bro.
Yeah, like, the fuck, man. Like, this is the shit that I hate.
Is it
Yasuo as well?
It's Yasuo as well, right? Yeah,
Ari has something somewhat similar, but hers is 0, I believe, last time I checked. But it's like, these things are so fucking frustrating. You're giving it to characters who have projectiles, who have really big buttons. Like, that's the wrong move. Give it to the bigger characters who are slower, who don't have a way in all the time. Like, that's what I believe as like a holy grail of design. But sure,
it might work out, but that's actually an interesting take on it. I mean, fast characters, it kind of somewhat makes sense, but I also can see it with like bigger characters being able to, because generally like they're mediums and such, they're 11, 12 frames or whatever. That +1 gives them maybe a better window to actually be able to to chain and such, right, and kind of
or to
magic
even
series
beat
if they
something
needed to.
if they have a command grab or whatever, right?
True.
So it's like you want them to feel scary on block pressure, where I'm fucking scared even in neutral against characters like Echo and Yasuo.
I wonder it might be too strong, but no, that's a good call out. Something maybe we'll see changed up. The one before it. hopefully. The one before it actually is one that I meant to call out too. This is like the biggest of thank gods. Assist champions peace out if they get hit while KO'd.
Yeah.
No more dead bodies. No more absorbing fucking hits. Even though I've won matches,
and it drops the combo.
Thank you for the support. I've won matches where someone does like a one hit something that would kill me, but my assist dead body was in front of me, so they just absorbed that, and I got up, and I was like, yes, you're fucked. That's going away. Which is fine. Those were just one of those weird interactions that 2XKO just has. Chalk it up to there, just how the game was coded. Glad they've heard it, and it's been by letting the characters go away.
No, not just that. Stop fucking slowing the game down so that oh my god, it's so weird. The game is.
Oh, you talking about the hit stop and such?
Yeah, the game slows down, but the hit stop doesn't go with the slowdown. So like as you're swinging, your attacks are going with the slowdown, but the actual the recovery and all that other stuff is not. So they're getting out of combos. It's stupid. Like, I'm sorry. I'm very passionate about it. It fucking also annoys the shit out of me because as someone who understands how this stuff works, I know it's not easy to fix, but it's so simple if you're paying attention to what you do. It's so simple.
Well, I think these are not all the notes, so there's going to be some adjustments still, so maybe we'll see some additional ones afterwards.
I gotta remember, free to play game. Free to play game.
Yeah, free game, baby. Indie company.
Yeah, indie company.
They did target the big four, just by name here, Echo, Yasuo, Ahri, Teemo, as one nerf specifically to bring down their power because they felt that they were just being overrepresented. Echo can no longer teleport out of grab recovery. Chris G can scratch that one off the top of his notepad because I saw when he made the notes and I was like, number one, it's like he can literally whiff grab and then revert it. Which you made a good point because grabbing is one of the only things in the game that actually animation lock you, and like the fact that he bypasses the idea of the one thing that everyone else in the cast gets animation locked for whiffing or misreading. And also what's the other one?
He bypasses also if you fucking wake up, get up attack, he gets to teleport out of that.
Oh yeah,
that shit needs to be gone too. That shit.
No, not even just that, but also burst too. Even burst.
That shit all needs to be
burst
gone.
as well. And his role also has some weird info when it comes to that. But yeah, I don't know if this kills like the burrito setup, but the option select. But we'll have to see the changes.
I mean, it's more committal.
It's more committal. It's good that it's more committal, but like I think it might just kill that option select, which I mean, go for it.
Cool. Don't go for grab. Fuck you. Yeah. That's how I feel. I mean, like
Ahri. Ahri, an aerial fireball no longer refreshes her air dash. Cool. I'm gonna keep it a buck as an Ahri player. I actually never really did that because traditionally in fighting games, you don't get to just like refresh an action when you do a fight, like an air action like that. Like it doesn't, like outside of crazy circumstances, like an install, like i.e. Devil Trigger in Marvel 3, where you could do something and then kind of get an extra air dash, right? But it's not like it refreshes it. So that mindset was never for me. I was always like, do something fireball dash, not dash fireball dash. Like that was never in my head. So this, I mean, to the Ahri players that use it, tough break. Get rid of that habit. For me, I'm like, never used it, so not a nerf for me, but I'm chilling.
100% you're like, oh my god, she's so nerfed. She's bottom 5 now. Bottom 3. Like this is stuff that should have never been in the game to begin with.
Yeah, like, I didn't understand that too much. Like as a character that has the most mobility and then being able to unlock more mobility, I was like, that's kind of dirty. Because she can play a runaway game harder than anyone else that way. This is just one way of stopping it, but
and she's the only air dash.
People aren't. Not anymore. Shout out to Caitlyn.
True.
But as I hear, it's still not enough. Actually, for all of these, I've heard except maybe Teemo. I think Teemo's the least that I've heard that got smacked up.
They truly took a bat to his leg.
We'll see. Yeah. So standing medium, and 2 medium or crouching medium have significantly more recovery with an improved hitbox on standing medium to compensate. That's cool. I did feel like those buttons were hella quick. Like the amount of times I've seen them get thrown out, whiffed, only to get thrown out again is kind of crazy. I know Static has his eyes in the back of his head because he is a Yasuo player.
Crouch medium never comboed into anything from far away except an ability to maybe cross up, but it's not a combo. but maybe an assist.
But it was a really good preemptive button that you just would not be able to get punished for. So it's like that sucks, especially for certain matchups. Like for certain matchups like Vi, where I have my only mobility is to jump. And you already have one of the best 2Hs in the game that's like a fucking 360. It's like, let me start from in front of me and let me hit you with the fucking...
Don't glaze up my 2H when my 2H got nerfed, okay?
When did your 2H get nerfed?
It got nerfed last batch.
Did it?
Yes.
And guess what? It's still good.
Yeah. So I don't know. It doesn't hit behind him. I don't know if you're gonna make that animation. Make it hit behind him.
They said your S1 in the air, your hold S like the slash back and forth. They said that shit was not supposed to combo as many times as it does, and it's supposed to prorate and then forcibly tech people out. Guess what? That shit does not work.
They said it was not supposed to be plus on the way down.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. It shouldn't allow you to do it fucking 18 times in one combo.
Well, they shouldn't allow it to actually happen on block.
If I can't missile 18 times in a combo, you shouldn't be able to slash 18 times in the combo like that.
Can't Jinx like missile 18 times on a combo?
No. It starts. Yeah, more like 8.
Are you talking about jump 2H?
Yeah, no.
Or are you talking about jump S1? Jump S1 is the
jump
slash.
S1, yes.
And then the slash into slash down.
Yeah,
that down shouldn't. I don't like that you can go into block on it.
You have
wish that
4 different versions.
Well, I forgot because they nerfed the down 2H in the air. I forget to actually put it in my block string sometimes because it's a double overhead still for some reason. I think what they should have done instead was I forgot what I stated, man. I'm sorry, but like from going from like jump light into, because he does the little short hop into jump light, and then it's a down 2H. I think that if I forgot what nerf I had, but it was awesome. But they didn't do it, and I was mad. But yeah, it should have done something where instead, like, if you block it high, it doesn't you can't cancel into it. I think you can't cancel into S1. Charge S1 to go down.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Where it's like, I guess you have to block the hard part in order to kind of punish. It's like, why not just make the hard part not an overhead?
Yeah.
Just do the 2H to not be overhead so that they wouldn't have to like triple guess. I mean, I would have been okay with that nerf so that you can do the cross up. You can have the option of doing the jab or the cross up. This is weird. And then sometimes when you do the air jab, you're not the cross up S is still not on left or right. Like they may be too far.
I've turned on that hitbox in training mode before, and I've like leaned back on my chair and I'm like, bro, I have 2H'd it and still gotten beat. I was like, you actually have to either parry or if like, luckily for me, I got by, I have to like mash counter. And that's if I'm lucky.
And people hate that when he does almost any of his moves that he can cancel into his stance. I think that is kind of stupid as well. I think that if you block certain moves, they shouldn't be able to cancel into stance. That's just me. What are you saying, Miz?
I was just going to say, there's only one thing that I know is never going to get changed, but needs to. If somebody uses a wall bounce or crumple to the wall, they cannot use another crumple to the wall with another character. That shit needs to be gone.
Oh, that happens?
It is so stupid. It makes no sense.
Oh, that would have been the perfect partner for Yasuo then. For Yasuo Caitlyn then. All craps.
I mean, but that's the thing. It's really frustrating because like you have to sit and watch somebody crumple you 4 or 5 times and they get a full relaunch. And then like someone like Yasuo gets to use like S1, and then S2, and then it just works.
So and guess what? Behind door number 1, another S1.
Exactly,
hold
bro. It's like it's just
it'd be like that.
And he gets assist back.
This is the game we play.
I'm fine with it. I'm just saying that was something I wish would have get nerfed, but yeah.
Teemo is getting his remaining nerfs from a hotfix that went out late last year. This includes additional requirements for badges, less duration on bushfire neutral, and small nerfs to S1 super and super tag super assist duration. Yeah, I'd forgotten that they had this whole list and we just haven't gotten delivered on it. I completely forgot about that.
They reapplied what wasn't working. Well, they said most of his stuff was working, just Ari's wasn't. But then, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, Teemo's not bad, but like he's never been to the point where people like they've nerfed so many good things to make him a little bit more balanced that now it's like, why are you nerfing his super even more? Why are you nerfing his assist even?
I mean, his super assist is still wild. It goes forever.
I mean, it should not go forever.
And his super into double down like neutral start is still dirty as fuck. Like,
yeah, I mean,
they have to solve some. Well, I thought they said they did solve it, or maybe they're gonna push it here where you get, if you parry one, it should finish the rest.
It should just stop them. It should just stop them.
Yeah.
But they have, if they're gonna do that, they have to do that shit to Ari. You have to do that shit to Echo, especially Echo. Which I don't know why we still haven't fixed his fucking character with his super 1. That's literally frame 1.
Yeah, that super I do be getting caught. I'm like, bro, this shit is like, when is it a bad time to throw it out? I'm like, I feel like even if you whiff, it's still good. Like, how is this super that good?
I think everybody should just parry it because of the meter you get. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you get your regular meter back that you spent for it. What it is, and
plus a shit ton more because it's like 10 hits. It's insane. It should be like 2.
Yeah.
If you parry it, it should be 2, and then you're done. And you punish.
So besides the beginning ones being the universal stuff and the big 4 getting talked about, there were some additional character specific ones, like Blitzcrank, hurt boxes and normals, Braum keeping unbreakable after performing Super 2, Darius now being able to charge apprehend. That's the whole, like, he does this thing and has his options right afterwards. You cannot do follow-ups, but you're plus after, allowing you to effectively bait parry while on offense. Because before, it's like, if you ever saw it, like, you could literally you can react to just press it and parry. Now he can kind of change the timing, the fuck with you. So you treat it the same as like a charging heavy, but he can't get an option afterwards, which is cool. So that means your guess is, a button, a grab, or you up back and such, right? Like, that's really what goes down. Jinx's back S1. Back S1. Oh, that's her anti-air.
That's the
right?
Gatling gun that she automatically does from ground to.
Now significantly better on hit to increase hit stun, and it now launches grounded opponents. Doesn't scale damage nearly as much and opens up new neutral options and combo routes.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That's not what we wanted. That's not what we asked for. That's a fucking terrible decision.
Not what you wanted, but that's what you're getting, dog.
Guess what? We're not gonna still fucking use it because it's pointless. Why would you? Okay, go ahead. I don't know. I'm just gonna bitch about it.
Alawi and her just frame. Actually, that's another character for you here, Meza. Alawi and her just frame do more damage, but her mediums do less damage. Alawi players will be rewarded for big punishes now. Okay, there you go. I thought you got plenty of reward, bro. Alawi. This is what I love about Alawi plays. They downplay the fuck out her buttons. Her buttons are actually retarded.
It's so good. Good job, guys.
It's insane. It is insane.
So fucking phenomenal on that.
Vi can cancel charge knuckle down, which is like when she comes like with her overhead into footwork, which is then her feint. At the cost of knuckle down being slightly lower to the ground, it'll be slightly worse in neutral, but on offense, it opens up new pressure and combo opportunities. I'm not really sure on this one, to be perfectly honest. Like, it's lower to the ground. I'm like, that's cool. Like, maybe that I get an overhead, that's fine, and I can go to footwork. That's also cool, I guess. But like, dude, I have a hard time with that one.
I think the only thing she needed was the where she does the charge punch. Just let her cancel out of that shit.
No, you don't want that.
I do want that. I know what it does. I played DNF Duel. I played DNF Duel. I absolutely want the smoke because I know what that does to the character. It makes her so fucking scary beyond. But she has no
electric dog.
But here's the thing: she has no other way to really play the neutral better than everybody else besides relying on assist. So I think that's great. Make her fucking scary. If she touches you, you should explode. It's your fault for guessing wrong in neutral against her. She shouldn't have to jump her way in. That's insane.
Well, it's because she's already really good at like whiff punishing and shit, though. That's why it's like
insane, bro. Make her insane,
bro.
We need somebody to combat Yasuo sometimes.
I got no problem sneezing like.
Yeah, but now it's easier.
I'm fine with it.
I just want.
Well, yeah, actually, it might be.
I want Vi to kind of just be top tier. I don't know why, but I do. More than at least word.
Yo, it's Future Crash. Don't adjust your screens. My camera gave out at the end of the episode there, so we lost a couple of minutes. But I wanted to say thank you for watching another episode of Double Tap. If you haven't already, make sure to follow my awesome host, Static Gorilla at Static Gorilla, and of course, Meza at Meza FGC on all social media platforms. And make sure to follow the show at Double Tap FGC on everything out there that is social. You can post, tweet, and put a story on we're there. And make sure to also join our Discord at doubletap.gg/Discord. Join our awesome community there. Get involved in Question of the Week, the polls that we have for every episode, and also just talk shop with some of the fighting game homies. It's a new year, new chance to learn some new tech. Why not do it in our Discord? So make sure to check that out. As well as we're back this week now to weekly episodes. So that means we're going to have a new episode next week. So make sure to follow for that so you can check out all the things that we're covering from the fighting game scene. I'm Crash. See y'all on the next episode. Peace.